right, good morning, Rolling Hills. Did you ever think this day would come? You knew it would, you knew it would, you knew it would. Again, good morning, and on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners and our county staff, we welcome you here to join for the groundbreaking of Phase 1 of the Rolling Hills Park and Roadway Improvement Project. Yay! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Darren Gray. I'm the county manager here for Seminole County, and I'll tell you, this was the first public meeting that I ever went to. And boy, I think Commissioner Constantine was with me, and I was like, they're a little angry. But we appreciate your patience so much for this project, and I'll tell you, our county commission has been so dedicated to ensure that this project goes forward and gets implemented. So thank gosh we are all here today. So with that, I'd like to recognize a couple of our elected officials. Our chairman of our Board of County Commissioners, Ms. Andrea Herr. Our vice chair, Ms. Amy Lockhart. Commissioner Lee Constantine. Commissioner Bob Delary. And Commissioner Jay Zimbauer. Thank you all for being here. We also have a City of Castleberry council member here, Anthony Armadia. Thank you for being here. So this project represents years of planning, collaboration, and a shared vision, and it's exciting to see it come to life. So it is now my pleasure to introduce the chairman of our Board of County Commissioners, Ms. Andrea Herr.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to start this out by saying hello, friends and neighbors. It is so nice to be back here in Rolling Hills and Knollwood. As many of you know, I lived here for many, many years, right down the street. I still consider it my house. When they repaint the front door, I get upset. It is no longer the red front door at home. I'm going to start by saying that this day is the culmination of a tremendous amount of work. And those of you that are standing here, most of you were part of that. And then there's probably hundreds of others as well. I can remember Carlton Henley, and we're going to give a shout out to him for starting this, saying that this was singly the most organized neighborhood effort to keep this property parks that he's ever seen. And there's a comment in the wrong place. I see Mr. Davies in the audience, and he and I worked together, and we had a lot of time together. Fabulous writer, and I may not be. It wasn't just the effort for it to be a park. It was your community effort that was singly the most organized and best we've ever seen. It was positive in nature. It was encouraging. It was about doing the right thing for the community. It was about correcting some of the past errors, meaning the golf course and the situation that happened with the golf course. So I am here today mostly to say congratulations, neighbors. The work that you have done is finally coming to fruition. So we know that parks are an essential part of keeping our community the place where you get to live, work, and play. So this is the play portion of that program. And we also know that the ability to drive around your neighborhood and through communities is critically important to the quality of life. This project will do all of that at the same time. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say, it's going to get a little messy for a little bit of time, and so just bear with us as we work through that. I am going to give a shout out to Joe Abel, who's here. Tremendous amount of work. I am so glad that you came and shared. Joe retired from the county. I am so glad that you came to share this celebration with us today. So I'm going to tell you that this project, no project comes to fruition without money. And this project is the result of the penny sales tax. So thank you to the 70+% of you that voted yes on the penny sales tax. I see some nodders. It is always a difficult thing to tax yourselves to create a good outcome. This community did it twice. with the MSBU as well as with the penny sales tax. So we are blessed to have you as our community members. With that, I am going to move on with this program, and I am going to invite one of the district commissioners, there are two of them, our Vice Chair Amy Lockhart, up to take it from here.
Good morning, everyone. I am so glad that Chairman Herr recognized former Commissioner Carlton Henley. Carlton has a wonderful place in all of our hearts. He was a fantastic district commissioner for your community for many years, and as Commissioner Constantine remembers him fondly as his high school principal, we all hold him near and dear. It wasn't fondly? Well, we'll let that go. Many, many years ago. This community has been, this park has been a longstanding concern for this community. The former golf course, as you all know, sat in a shambles for many years and was not doing anything to improve the value of your property or the quality of your life. And so it is very understandable why you all came together in the way that you did, as Commissioner Herr mentioned, to support this project moving forward. The county stepped in to ensure that the land would be preserved and used in a way that this community envisioned, preserving the open space that we have and preventing incompatible development. We know there are lots and lots of conversations, and the rumor mill, of course, was always alive and well at different times about what was going to be built on the golf course. And your county commission over the years has made sure that this project was not going to turn into some type of development that was not compatible with your neighborhood and the character of the area. What makes this project so truly special is that it was shaped by you. Over many years, you all attended many public meetings, you gathered feedback, lots of feedback. Sometimes you all didn't agree on the feedback. What did we do then? We worked closely with as many of you as we possibly could, and your voices ultimately guided the master plan and determined what this park should include. So it hasn't been easy, as has been alluded to this morning. We've navigated environmental remediation with the state, your MSBU that you all funded to help the soil remediation and the cleanup, regulatory approvals and coordination across multiple agencies to get to this point today is proof that persistence does pay off. This project represents a promise that was made and a promise that was kept to your community, to you as neighbors, and we are so excited to be able to be here today to celebrate with you. I want to introduce the other county commissioner who I get to share the Rolling Hills neighborhood with, and that is Commissioner Lee Constantine.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. What a great day, right? I can remember, and I was thinking earlier, 2013. 2013 was when we had that meeting in the clubhouse right here, because there were rumors going around that somebody might be buying the golf course and putting in 248 townhomes. The place was packed, and not one of you was happy. And I do recall that Commissioner, at the time, Commissioner Henley, I was just back from the Senate and I was newly elected to the County Commission. Commissioner Henley and I and Commissioner DeLore were all there. And we said, well, what about the Homeowners Association? We don't have a Homeowners Association. Okay, so what's the next step? And pretty quickly, it started evolving. And you all led the charge, as my fellow commissioners have said. You know, I moved here from Bear Lake in 1968. I lived on Roxborough Road. It was, my father came and he wanted to buy one of the showcase of homes. Was any of you there then? The showcase of homes was here. And he bought one of the houses right on Roxborough Road, and it's still to this day my favorite place I ever lived. Went to Lyman High School. The swim team, we practiced in the swimming pool right here. Would you believe it? That was, and because it was like a quarter of what we would swim in turn, because we didn't have swimming pools, right? At schools then, quarter of the place. The coach said, "Oh, you'll just swim 4 times the laps that you would normally. Thanks, guys. But I remember for years and years I was in the South Seminole Rotary Club, and we met right here. So this is part of my history, my family's history, and certainly all of your history. And this is a great day. My fellow commissioners have already talked about the things that you all, as well as ourselves, had to go through. And make no mistake about it, we ensured, it took a while, but we have ensured that this is going to be a showcase. It is going to be the standard for all these other places that you hear about, that golf courses are closing, and they're going to build homes and take over the community. This is going to be the example of what you can do that's right. Make no mistake about it. You all took a gamble, as we did on this. Do you know that in 2016, do you know what the cumulative value of Rolling Hills was? $185 million. You know what it is today? Because of the idea, because of the way that you all keep up this community, and because people know that this will never be townhomes, and there will be parks, and they're going to be beautiful. $388 million. Make no mistake that preserving and protecting and conserving land is an investment, not a cost, an investment to the taxpayers. So I just want to tell you, this is the beginning. It's certainly not the end, and as Commissioner Herr said, there's going to be a lot of noise. But this is the beginning of a true community that you all will preserve, protect, and continue to live and raise your children and grow old in. It's going to be great. Thank you very much for your investment in this community and your investment in Seminole County. I'd like to bring up the guy that's going to do the work, and that is Rick Durr, the Director of Parks and Recreation. Rick, thank you.
Good morning. I recognize so many of you, and that's a reason. There's a big reason for that, and that is because of your passion for this particular project. It started before we ever got involved, and I'd like to say a few words about that as we talk about the project itself in a little bit of detail. So, as you know, that's why you're here. We're kicking off what we're calling phase 1 of the construction of Rolling Hills Park, but also Roadway project. So we got the roadway for North Street. So what's happening on North Street? So the reconstruction of North Street from Palm Springs to the west out to Raymond to the east is all part of the same project. It will be constructed in segments, 3 of them, one at a time. And the reason why is we're trying to really minimize the amount of, let's just say, traffic issues. We want to make sure we minimize that for you. You're the residents here. We want to make sure that we're cognizant of that, and we continue to do that going forward with the construction. So what is being constructed along North Street? So we're reconstructing the road. We're putting in new sidewalks. We're putting in new pedestrian improvements the notes are sliding right off the podium right now. We're putting in pedestrian improvements at many of the intersections where there isn't a crosswalk now. We're tying the neighborhood back to the trail that's going to be here at the park. And we've got a roundabout that's going to be going in to try to help slow vehicle speeds along North Street. We've heard you loud and clear over the years that I think I've heard the word drag strip, airstrip, you name it. This particular project will help slow people down as they're moving through the community. So that's the roadway project. What's happening with the parks and trails? Well, that's also going to be constructed in segments to help minimize the noise, the dust, the dirt, and the disruption of what we have here today. As I've driven around this property, I don't know how many times, and as we've even been sitting here, people coming by jogging, playing football or throwing catch football, kicking a soccer ball. That's what we want this to be. And they're already doing that today, and you continue to see that. I won't mention being out here and having a golf ball still whiz by my head, but I'm sure it wasn't personal. At least I hope it wasn't. So the park will be done in segments, like I had said. We'll have a 4-mile trail loop, which was part of the program from the beginning, and that'll be part of this project. We'll have places to sit along the way. Have mile markers, so if you want to track your progress as you move throughout the park, you can do so. Like being on some of our larger trails throughout the county. There'll be places, like I said, for you to sit. There'll be small signs that talks about the environment. There'll also be small signs to let you know where you are on the property. So as you continue to enjoy the property and you move from place to place, you know exactly where you are. There'll be a fishing pier out on Lake Jeanette, the ability for you to be able to enjoy a sunset walking out over the water, and the fountain, which thankfully is on today because we know we don't have much water in these ponds. You'll be able to enjoy that and really share that time with your family and with your future family members. Lastly, we'll be planting trees along the trail. The idea from this place from the beginning was to allow nature to do its thing, that this park will continue to grow as it was always intended to do. So being able to start to replace, I'm just happy that that's not my phone, that we start to replace that tree canopy that, as you know, we've lost some in the years since the county has owned it as well. So as you've heard already, we wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for the work of you all and dozens of other folks. So I'm going to start with my staff and the folks at the county, both in the Parks and Recreation Department, Public Works Department, and many other folks throughout the county, and their time and their effort has been spent on this project. Our parks designers and consultants, who many of you have met, GAI Community Solutions out of Orlando, our roadway engineers, HDR, for the Roadway project. I want to give a big shout out to the OG Rescue Rolling Hills, and we still have a wonderful t-shirt right in the front row. It's fading. It has been a while, hasn't it? Our original master planning steering committee, the dozens of meetings that we had in your homes in the evenings during the week to get your ideas, to make sure that we were addressing your concerns, and the many hundreds of you that showed up at many meetings at Lyman High School and other places around the community to continue to be able to give of yourself and express your dreams, your desires, and your expectations for this project. Lastly, we're very proud to be working with a local Seminole County contractor, Collage. They're parked right over here. They, as I mentioned, they are a local contractor within our community, and we're very happy that we found a partner here that invests as much in this community as you do and as we do. So, as it's been said already, this is but another step on this long journey together to make this a reality, and we really look forward to seeing this park continue to grow in the future. So personally for me, thank you all for the emails, the phone calls, all of the meetings, opening up your homes to us and sharing your time with us. And now it's on with the show. Let me turn this back over to County Manager Darren Gray.
All right, are you ready to get started? All right. Well, I want to thank all of our speakers, but more importantly, we want to thank you all, the community of Rolling Hills, for your patience and perseverance to get this project moving forward. So with that, if you want to join us to your right, and we will go and start the groundbreaking ceremonies. Thank you again for coming out this morning.
All right, everybody ready? Right here on my count, in 3, 2, 1.